Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode we did some story stuff, and we lost one of our characters, Horsefall. And this episode we're gonna go after the perpetrators, who are the Archbishop and the Knights 12. The Soleil was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance that the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Laniette... Right, this is a Laniette, sure. Informed me that it had been sighted by her scout. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds. Or was, not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches near the Blue Window. Alas, because the region is firmly held by the Vanu Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Eilnard has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's watch. Or RAF, sorry. I think we both know the perfect candidate. Lynn, let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Sky Steel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Hello, Sid. My boy! Ah, the Dastardly Duo. What mischief have you two been getting up to lately? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. He was a good man. Sid, have you ever heard of Aziz's Law? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Lynn, the Ascians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if I need another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced the Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. Just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckon I was due to deliver you into it. Whoopsie, I pressed the wrong button. It's like advanced dialogue presses the block chat button. Into the fire, is it? In that case, I should inform Tatara of our plans. Pray go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we are ready to depart. That is, as soon as a certain... Huh. Pray forgive me my lateness. Tatara and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing Scions, but she assures me that Urianger and Riol are pursuing promising leads. Come, we can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. The others are waiting for you aboard the Enterprise then. Shall we get going?
to the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
They came. I hate myself. At least a little bit. But in a good way. Anyway, that's weird. From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather far. Be on your guard, Lynn. Nirvana could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Wahey! I now have my theologian at level 50. I guess it would be a good idea for me to run around this machinist though. Hello. Assuming the Soleil is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. But shedding blood is what I do best. So now we are up here, by the way. For anybody unaware, to the north. Wait, I like how I just instantly go to the north. Fuck the quest. Wow. Let's slash. Look out. Look around, Lynn. Look around. You search these skies for the Soleil, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. Sure wonder if there's gonna be something happening over here. Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy of Netherlings. Does not fight, does not wish to die. Was that a fauna being attacked? But by whom? Over there. Imperial troops? Its guardians, seize them! They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We've no choice. With me, Lynn. Protect Ivanu. Shoot her! Lord Van Hydrus wants them alive. That's an order. Lord Van Hydrus? Regula Van Hydrus? I think about just probably going to kill this Medicus. Auto crossbow. What are you doing? You're a disgrace to the six subdue these savages. Just no into them. Another Medicus, son of a bitch. I'm gonna go and interrupt that. Really? More? More! More! There we go. GTA Camprita. Netherling safe. Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Lord Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to Cloudsea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. Lord Vanu Lonu Vanu owes much and more to Netherlings. As saviors, as heroes, Zundu welcome you. To village we go, to north, come. So the Guardians were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. Right. I like how I change Alfino's voice every 2 seconds. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do for him. I want it to be like slightly higher pitch, but then it turns into like a female voice more. Like what I in any case do as a female voice. That's weird. You know what I just need? I just need, you know, a female co-commentator can do all that stuff for me. It's simple. That definitely won't confuse anything. We definitely make for interesting commentary, that's for sure. I mean, with two people, it always gets kind of interesting. There we go. And then to the northeast. All the ether currents are in like the northern part of this place, so we don't need to go down there anymore. At least, I think. Like a breeze, guides leaves to rest. Come and lay down your burdens, Netherlings. Lord, Lonuvan, I keep saying Lord. Lonuvanu throws wide arms in greetings. Behold, Oxundu. A far warmer welcome than the one we received from the Vundu, I think. Ha! Vundu bluster and blow hither and yon. Sound and fury like aimless gale. Eh? What unseen lightning beget such thunderous report? There you are, did you see it? It's that damned flying whale again, the Imperials are after it. Where? The White? He's wounded. Out of 12, did the beast just eat that island? Oh, insatiable White, oh devourer of worlds, why must you torment us? Bah, Lonuvanu waste no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings, come and break words with Chief of Zundu. That's a thick ass etherite over here. Okay, I will be right back. Right. With wisdom deep as nethers and eyes clear as cloudless blue, Sono Vanu speaks with Zundu. Speaks for Zundu. Hearken to his words. What? Netherlings deliver Lonu Vanu from claws of steel-shod fiends and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr winds and brings before you with all haste. Soft rains to soothe the heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sonu, chief of Zundu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sonu. I am Alfino Levier, and these are my companions, Linda Dare and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Like to black steel shod contraption from which you saved Lord Lonuvanu? Alas, no, that ship belongs to the Guardian Empire, an old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. The men we seek wear armor of purest white and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait, Lonuvanu here. Hear of tell of these Netherlings. You do? Are you certain? Our sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zundu scouts can testify to words of Lonuvanu. Aye, aye, winds carry purpose of Netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek the key to Aziz's La. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sonu, what exactly is this Aziz's La? Beware, Netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greatest danger. Look not into the heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of Sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. But the white devours isle, where key is kept, deep within bowels of mighty Bismarck, it lies, beyond reach of the foolhardy. And beyond ours. Rejoice not in his gluttony. Sorry, that's the wrong voice. Rejoice not in his gluttony, Lord Lonuvanu, for as stone gives way to water and wind, all yields to the white. This he knows, Chief Sonu. Madness of Vundu bodes ill for all Vanu. Okay. So Azizla is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key, which the Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of the Heavensward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case in our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element, and this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be it as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the Whites. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings and all. And there should be one more. Northeast. Wait, northeast? Yes, makes sense. If Netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Kunuvali, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not to present self with humility and respect, as sun yields to moon and moon to sun. Netherlings must greet Kunuvali with a bow. Okay. Zundu sell it, Zundu fix it. Let me go and repair. Slash bow. The craziest bow. Look at this. Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow, traveler from below. Kunuvali, keeper of tales, hears your words and she remembers. In times long ago, in lands elsewhere before even the Cloud Sea, the White is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in seas of endless water. But hated the White is, for his brothers are purest black, so great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again, for merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The wight longs for the sea to which he cannot return, but in rebirth a splinter of the divine is shared. And so he opens his paw from whence come the clouds, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content he gazes below and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth, and the salvation of the Vanu. May it never be forgot. But this demon, which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vundu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them? Kunuvali knows no tales like this. Bum, bum, bum. So according to the Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the floating isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his rights, I suppose, if perhaps a little ungenerous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Alfino? Did you learn all of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vanu sky fishing. Sky fishing? My god, that's it, Alfino, my boy. I could kiss you. From what we have observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the primals, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore its strength. What I propose is this: we tow in a suitably appetizing island to the Sea of Clouds, in essence fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide, and then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Lyn fail to subdue the creature, she would almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your appetizing island. Meh. No, she won't fail, and if anything goes wrong, I'll be at the helm of this enterprise. Ready to tow her out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor I. I trust you have no objections to my joining you as well? Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then, it seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do, if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. While you two need to find me some bait. And not just any island, mind. I will aim mouthful at most. Well, you heard Sid. We need an island to bait the hook. Be wary, by way of a first step, I propose to speak with Chief Sona. If the Zundu are as concerned by Bismarck's behavior as they have given us to believe, they may well be supportive of our efforts to slay him. Also, gotta get more of these boys. Nettling's coming is fortuitous as late season rains. Gunavanu and Gunavanu's family faces desperate times. His brother verges on failing Zundu's rite of passage again. All Vanu in Ok Zundu must undergo rite of passage for respective others in tribe, otherwise no better than nestling. Brother failed trial 7 times. Must try for the 8th soon. 8 times. No Vanu ever fails a trial 8 times. If brother fails again, gales of laughter from others in tribe shame family until day's sun is in the sky no longer burns. Gunavanu sees nettlings help others like wind which brings seeds to bloom. And Gunavanu would ask for her help as well. Rite of passage rules very strict, but Gunavanu has planned. Rules forbid aid from other members of tribe, but say nothing of nettlings. Help my brother and quell impending storm of derision our family faces. Brother's name is Gunuvanu, and he roosts. Gunavanu knows not where. Brother's temperament changes faster than breeds in autumn. Ask other Vanu and seek him out, or Gunuvanu stays nestlings forever. Man, I love these beast tribe speeches. Definitely easy to say. Nettlings seek out Gunuvanu. He is skilled at 2 things, finding shade for napping and running away when chief gives work. Newborn hatchling works harder than him. Also, you have a quest. Ganu Valley cannot escape unending thunderstorms of buzzing bugs, and desires sleep more than rain during summer drought. Ganu Valley has idea to soothe bugs droning, but delirious from exhaustion. Netherlings go in Ganu Valley stead. To east lies Gurgle Grass, which devours bugs as Vanu hatchlings feast on Wamurakampa meat. Netherlings bring Vanu Valley 3, and Storm in Ears reside to dull drizzle. Yes. Oof. That's some internet stuff right there. Gunavanu never where he should be. While other Vanu work, Gunavanu soars like Griffin in his dreams. Konavanu not see him since sunrise. Netherlings find Gunavanu easily. Look under every tree in village. Gunavanu follows shade as sunset follows sunrise. Say to Gunavanu, wake up, and Netherlings come to know true meaning of panic. Let me also go and get this thing for the main quest. The Tramontane is upon us. The white feasts and the Wunder rejoice in its carnage. Hear me, Chief Sonu. This creature which torments you now is not the deity who raised up the floating islands or isles and made a gift of them to you. He is a perversion of your beliefs given form by the Vundu, a false savior who consumes that which he should rightly safeguard. Yet it needs not be this way, Chief Sonu. We have the power to strike down this impostor, but we must beg of you an island to see it done. Moats against the tempest, in vain do they struggle. Yet who is Sonu to speak of what may be? Perhaps even the Tramontane can turn to the opponent. Opponent? Oh, jeez. Very well, Netherlings. When you are ready, tell Zondu scouts what manner of island you require, and they guide you to it. You shall not fail, Chief Sonu. On that you have my word. Come then, let us see how Sid's preparations are progressing. Okay. We go to the north. Kind of wondering something. It's over here, Ether Currents. So there's still 3 more, which makes sense, yeah, okay. Gonna get 1 from the main quest, and 2 from these side quests. Gunavanu rest eyes. Think of great offering to Elder Shaman. So much work, so sleepy. Shade not big enough for great nestling. Right, of course. Slash say. Wake up. Exclamation points. Yeah, Ganavanu awake. Yes, he is. Ganavanu works hard. And Netherling? No wings, fleshy beak, not Vanu. Certainly. Netherling should not sneak up on Vanu that slumbers. Claws cut sharper than fierce gales. What? Vanu's brother sends Netherlings to help with rite of passage? Gunavanu passes right and is no longer nesting. Heaven shine on Gunavanu this day. Worry of failing 8 times weighs heavy on heart. But now with Netherlings' help, Gunavanu casts off weight and soars higher than any in Oxundu imagines. Okay. This place has such a vibe. I love it. That's convenient. Our Guardian friends have furnished us with dragon killers and ammunition, and have taken the liberty of procuring a Magitech field generator as well. Rest assured, we've no chains to spare. Every link forged by the manufacturer is master craftsman. In every link forged? Yes, of course. We've chains to spare, there we go. If you have any lingering doubts as to their strength, know that they were originally intended to bind dragons, and were not found wanting. Pleased me to inform you that the Vanu have agreed to furnish us with an island of our choosing. And all that remains is to confirm the readiness of the poor buggers who will actually be doing the fighting. Then, let Wedge know when your party is assembled. Probably shouldn't be telling you this, but I don't like this plan. I don't like it one bit. One little bit, but I can't help being excited all the same. So tell me then, are you ready to hunt the white whale? Sure. After you then, Lynn, all aboard. And then we unlock the Limitless Blue Hard. Right. Let's go and clear selection. I'm gonna go and queue up for this while I'm... shit. While I am going to finish this other quest. Like the other quest. Or, well, there's one other quest, yeah. Man. Sheep, sheep, sheep. I love the sheep. The sheep is really cool and fun. Eagle sheep. Dang it. Run! Gurgle glass. A glass. Gurgle grass. Grass. Can I sneak past this bugger? Yes, I can. Excellent. Right. Let's get back over here. Over here? Sleepless nights make Ganuvalu's mind maelstrom of fog. Those netherlings bring plants Ganuvalu seeks. One of many carnivorous plants found growing on the Sea of Clouds floating islands. Fortunately for you, this one seems content with dining on Falcon. Netherlings bring rest at last. Ganuvalu's troubles become sustenance for Gurgle Glass, and big wheel of nature turns without hindrance. Yes. Anyway, I will meet you guys back here once we have... once the queue pops. Very. Finally. After a long wait. We are here. There's a chocobo on this island. Oh hi. Oh hi, Bismarck. This fight is kind of a joke. Both the normal and extreme version is kind of a joke. He does Cetacean Rage. Every now and again we're just gonna bonk the freaking island. Just going to do damage to the island's integrity. If it goes to 0, then we all die. So next time, when he does Cetacean Rage, we get to use the Magitech field generator to protect the island. Other than that, he will spawn ads, as is quite obvious. I think the powerful gust attacks with like all the AoEs have knockback to them, so you can fall off of the island and die, so keep that in mind. Right, Citation Rage. This time with the shield, which means that the island doesn't take damage and we don't fall on our knees. Then we get a chance to use the Dragon Killers when they're readied and pull Bismarck to the island. There we can now attack the Chitting Carapace. By the way, you can only attack this thing while you're on his back. There's this debuff over here, able to deal damage to Bismarck, but susceptible to the Primal's magic. So we take constant damage, so like some damage over time, when we are on top of this. The atmospheric disruption over here. But you need to be on his back to be able to actually damage him. There's a lot of people who just stay on the island, but that doesn't work. Right, then these boys. Keep them away from each other, so each tank takes one. I forgot to put the bomb on him. Oopsie. These things do rate-wide damage every now and again, I think. Other than that, I think they also cleave. You have random AoEs, you have tornadoes spawning. If you get hit by the tornado, you're gonna get flung into the air, like in what's the other thing called? In the Stone Vigil. There's one boss who uses these tornadoes. Other than that, just avoid the AoEs. And keep damaging the boys. I'm really surprised that I did not get hit by that tornado. By the way, killing these ads is timed, so, you know, FYI, if you're not fast enough at killing him, we'll wipe. As Bismarck comes back after the ads are dead. So hit it in the face with Breach Blast. Which is its signature move, I think. If you use them as a summon in any other game. With the emphasis on, I think. Anyway, the generator is gone, so now we are basically on a time limit. Where if you do not kill Bismarck fast enough, then the island will break down and we will die. However, we do get to jam at this freaking music. But he has Baleen Bomb. What did that do again? Those are just these boys. And the vapor bubbles, depending on which type of weather he uses, I think lightning bolt, now we just spread. Because random people are gonna get hit. There we go. If you have the bubbles up when lightning is up, the lightning will instead hit the bubbles. I think it's for this lightning specifically, maybe not the first one. I honestly don't really know that much of like the nitty and gritty details of this fight, because it's really easy. And most of the time you don't need to care about these mechanics. So anyway, back on the wheels back. He will at some point try to shake you off if you're not fast enough with DPS, but definitely in like the normal version of the fight, that is a non-issue. And there we go, that's the entire fight. It is honestly one of the most disappointing trials in the game. Which is kind of sad. But at the same time, whatever.
light, beloved Eidolon, all made darkness, like to none known. Hark, receiver, blessing, small.
So falls the Lord of Mists, as did all others before him. How many times does this make, Warrior of Light? Ah, how much you have grown, far beyond the limits of mere mortals.
She has what we seek?
That she does. The key to Azizla and the secrets of Alag. I see you have regained the blessing of light, albeit at a fraction of its former strength.
My thanks to you, Asian. And to you as well, Warrior of Light, for saving us the effort of slaying Bismarck. Now that the key is within our grasp, the path to the heavens shall at last be laid bare. By our deeds shall the wrongs of antiquity be righted, and man reclaim the reins of history.
Grandpa ran away with the key to the car. Sorry. I love the beard physics there. Forgive me, Lynn. Had I known what was happening, mayhap I could have done something to stop them. Alas, Wedge and I were still sealed within the engine room and heard naught of the struggle until it was over. And now, for all our efforts, the Archbishop holds the very thing we sought to keep from him. But all is not lost, for we yet live, and we know their destination. Let us give chase and bring an end to their machinations. Bum, ba-da-bum. Can I do a greet? Do I have it unlocked? No. There we go. Though we failed to secure the key, we must not forget that we succeeded in ridding the realm of another primal, and prevented the Vanu's lands from being consumed in so doing. The Zundu, at least, shall be glad of our deeds this day. Let us go and inform Chief Sonu of our victory. Sid and the others will need a moment to tend to the Enterprise besides.
Wait, something is amiss. Imperial troops. And they have already secured the area.
Reveal yourselves at once! And there I was, expecting more beastmen. Who are you?
I thought Ishgardians responsible for the disappearance of our scouts, but I see now that I was mistaken. Just as Wire observed, the Warrior of Light is wont to appear at the most inopportune times.
The Warrior of Light? She who bested Van Baelsar?
It would seem that the famous hero of Eorzea seeks Azizlar as well. Hardly unexpected. The secrets of the Allagan's power to bind icons to their will could scarcely fail to interest the scions of the Seventh Dawn. You know as well as we what will ensue should these insatiable creatures be allowed to roam free. That their very existence threatens the life of this star. We but disagree on the solution to the problem.
Genocide has ever been the Empire's favored recourse. And that is why we will continue to oppose your every attempt to claim Eorzea.
You do not hesitate to speak your mind, even when your every word could be your last. Alas, your sentiments betray the narrowness of your view. The fate of Eorzea and its inhabitants is of little concern next to the fate of the world. Tis my solemn charge as Emperor to bring the icons to heel. If this requires the extermination of certain elements, then so be it.
No, don't! They are not his thralls!
Where did that come from?
Take cover!
Your Radiance, we must withdraw.
We shall meet again, warrior of light. On that you have my word.
So Garlemald too has designs on Azizlar. But why would the Emperor himself elect to lead the expedition?
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would stand less than 20 paces from the Emperor of Garlemald, Varys Zotsgalvis in the flesh. I assume the commander that accompanied him must be the legatus of whom the centurion spoke. Ah, forgive me. This is neither a time nor place for such idle speculation. Better turn to the Enterprise at once. It occurs to me that our friends may have run afoul of Imperial forces as well. I have yet to apprise Chief Sonu of all that has occurred, but once I have, he will rejoin you at the airship. Gotta run all the way back. I guess I can do a stretch while I auto-run. Reposition myself. And venture forth. Yeah. Yeah. Son of a bitch. I'm so careful. They're trying to avoid them. So. Thank the 12 you're alive then. When that battleship appeared and fired on the village, we feared the game was up for you and Alfina. What in the seven hells happened out there? First the Archbishop turns up with an Assyrian in tow, and now the God-sent Emperor pays us a visit? What is this? A progression of notable bastards? Who's next? The keeper of the seventh bloody gate? No one so notable, Master Garland. I'm happy to report that the Zundu were overjoyed to learn of Bismarck's demise. Chief Sonu sent his warmest regards then. There was much talk of westerly winds. Miraculously, none suffered lasting harm during the raid. It would seem the Zundu were taken entirely unawares, and wisely chose to offer no resistance. I sense we have no more to fear from the Empire, for the present at least. Had the Emperor truly been intent on their extermination, Oxundu would have already been leveled. Plainly, Varys is only interested in reaching Azizlar. Speaking of which, if you are all ready to continue the chase, the Enterprise is as well, shall we? Bam, ba-da-ba. Lest you wonder, Wedge has been was able to calculate the heading indicated by the beam of light emitted by the key. If Azizlar lies in that direction, we'll find it. The Soleil may have a lead on us, but she's no Enterprise. We'll catch them, you'll see. I think this is going to be voiced, if I recall correctly.
I did not think that I would ever have occasion to pilot a suit of Magitech armor again, least of all under these circumstances.
My full name is Lucia Go Junius, and I was born a citizen of Garlemald.
Ah, that explains it. When we first met in Ishgard, I very nearly called you Livia.
Livia? Livia Sas Junius? The tribunus who served under Gaius van Baelsar?
Aye, she was my sister, though we spent little time together. After our parents were killed in an uprising, we were sent to live in different households, setting us on separate paths. Livia felt at home on the battlefield and chose to become a soldier, while I underwent training to become a spy.
Then, Ishgard was...
My mission. It was believed that Allagan relics of great worth were stored in the vault, and I was sent to investigate. Though I was given little information at the time, I now suspect I was searching for the key we but recently lost. And then I met Sir Emeric. 'Twas his usefulness to my mission which prompted me to approach him, but I soon found myself drawn to him for other reasons. He too was a prisoner of his past, judged for his heritage as a bastard son of the Archbishop. Yet unlike my sister and I, he did not curse his fate. He simply rose above it. In time, I came to realize that I had found a man worth following, and a new home besides. And when I subsequently confessed all to Sir Emeric, he was good enough to accept me into his service.
I do not question your loyalty to Sir Emeric. 'Tis your loyalty to your sister which concerns me.
I have long been of the opinion that those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future. My sister fought for her convictions and for those she held dear. So do I. So must we all.
Well, I, for one, am happy to welcome a fellow Garlean to our merry band. Especially one who can make Magitech armor sing.
Chief, we should be getting close.
Once we break through those clouds, we'll be right where the light was pointing. Right where Azizlar should be.
Hold on, everyone! Look! I think that's it! Chief, is that... Allagan? Aye. There's no mistaking their handiwork.
What was that?
Some sort of barrier.
She won't hold, Chief! She's breaking up!
I've lost the auxiliary propeller!
Sid, it's no use! We must return to Ishgard and find another way!
God damn it all! Why do the Allagans always have to make everything so bloody complicated?
Yeah, and we barely finished repairing the damage incurred during our skyfishing trip. On the other hand, any landing you can walk away from, as they say. I can only presume the Soleil... wait, what? No, wait. Wait. No, yeah. Sorry, that was... That's fine. I can only presume the Soleil passed through the barrier unscathed. That would certainly explain why the Vanu called it a key. Assuming Sid is correct, and I have no reason to think that he is not, the Vanu's key is required to pass through the barrier protecting Az's law. But even without it, we must find a way to reach the Isle. I shall have everyone convene at the seat of the Lord Commander, and we might discuss how best to proceed. As before, make yourself known to the guardsman when you arrive, and he will show you in. Alright, I did get a wind-up sit. Just wondering, like, what is that red icon? Time to go back to the congregation of our knights most holy, or most heavenly, sorry. What's up?
In summary, the Isle owes its lofty position to the industry of the Allagans. And we can be all but certain that the Archbishop and his cronies are enjoying the view from its top.
I see.
If we are to join them, we will first need to pass through the Isle's etheric barrier, which is, alas, more powerful than most. Powerful enough to make a mess of a perfectly good airship at any rate. As far as I can gather, the barrier mechanism draws ether from the surrounding environment and polarizes its elemental aspect to produce what is, in effect, a wall of lightning.
It seems plain that without the Vanu's key, any attempt to reach the Isle will end in failure.
Alas, the key was careless enough to leave without us, and I don't think the Vanu keep a spare.
Master Garland, based on your experience, is there no other way that we might breach the barrier?
Well, in the past, we've beaten similar barriers by nullifying them with elemental converters. But the one we're up against this time dwarfs aught we've encountered before. The Enterprise simply isn't large enough to bear the requisite amount of crystals.
I'm reminded of the quantity needed to nullify Leviathan's command of the sea. A veritable mountain of crystals that could only be borne by lashing two galleons together to form a twin vessel, scarcely able to propel itself, much less fly.
That said, we're not without options. If it isn't feasible to nullify the barrier, we might try piercing it.
How?
We create a ram of condensed ether and mount it on my ship. There's just one problem. I don't have the faintest idea how to build one. It's going to take a true authority in the field, I reckon.
Would that the Archons were still with us.
But yesterday evening, I chanced to find Mistress Tataru in unusually high spirits. Assuming I understood her excited ramblings correctly, she has acquired a clue, pointing to the whereabouts of one such individual.
An Archon? Truly?
Ha! Fortune favors the righteous, eh? Well then, let's not waste any time. While you go and look for our missing friend, I'll work on modifying the Enterprise. Her hull will need reinforcing to bear the punishment, not to mention a mount for the ram. Just you wait, my pretty. By the time I'm finished, you'll be an airship reborn.
Everybody's favorite expansion. An airship reborn. Welcome back, Lynn. How goes the mission? Did you manage to catch up with the Archbishop and his cronies? So you finally arrived at Azizla, only to find your way barred by some sort of barrier? Typical. But it's not all bad news. I've made progress in the search for our friends. Don't worry, Lynn. We'll get to Azizla yet. When you fled the Victory Feast, you used the ancient watercourse beneath the city, right? Well, shortly after things went back to normal in Ul'dah, I asked Marshal Tarpin to have the tunnel searched. A logical place to look. It was there that you lost contact with Menphilia, Thancred and Y'shtola, was it not? Dare I ask what the Marshal found? I don't actually know. Pippin's message just said that there has been a discovery, and if we were to come to the Hall of Flames at our earliest convenience. I dare not think what it might be. We shall depart at once. Tataru, let Urianger know to join us in Ul'dah. He'll wish to be present as well. Yes, sir. Back to ARR. Ugh. That's of course a joke. I do not dislike ARR. Not at all. Whoopsie. Hello. We are grateful for your assistance, Marshal Tarpin. You saved her grace and father both. This is the least I can do to repay it. Forgive me my impatience, Marshal, but your missive mentioned the discovery? Yes, of course, as per your request, I had my men scour the waterways. Almost immediately we encountered a difficulty. An entire section of the tunnel had collapsed. With the Mineral Concern's cooperation, however, we were able to remove the rubble, which yielded the battered bodies of a dozen crystal braves. Go on. Be at ease, Master Alfina. Your friends were not among the deceased. That alone was cause for hope. And then there's this. Y'shtola's wand. I'd assumed as much. If I may, Marshal. Tis as I did surmise, judging by the etheric imprint that lingers yet upon this wand, it has assuredly been employed in the casting of a most uncommon magic. Namely, the very first that man did conceive to traverse great distances, and the ancient precursor to all methods of travel that utilize the lifestream, flow. The spell entaileth the reduction of the corporeal form into its constituent ether, that the caster might enter the lifestream and ride its currents thereby. Unlike the teleportation magics of modern times, it requireth not a lengthy incantation, and Y'shtola should choose to employ such a spell bespeaketh the need of haste. All of which would suggest you managed to escape. Would that it were so simple. Know that the scholars of Sharian forbade the use of this spell, and with good reason. The caster hath but limited control over his course. For every mage who came safe unto his destination, another would be set adrift in a lifestream, never to emerge. What? No, no, you can't mean. Be not downcast, my friends, for there is yet hope. 'Tis like that Y'shtola's passage hath left traces in the lifestream. Could we but follow these from the point at which the magic was invoked, we may yet find her. To the seal the excavation site, then. Our thanks for your aid, Marshal. Do not mention it. I shall pray for Lady Y'shtola's safe return. I only just noticed how long the episode is. Whoopsie! I made this episode way too long. Well, with that, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Just That I was playing Final Fantasy XIV. In the next episode, we're going to go and deal with even more MSQ until we reach the next level. Until we reach level 58. So, main quests. And then we're going to do more job quests. Goodbye.